Alien Earth Episode 7, aka When Acid Finally Hits the Fan. So Slightly managed to get his victim through Arthur. We found out that he's hiding him under his bed and he's trying to feed him while he still has the face hugger in. But it doesn't work like that. And that's when Smee comes knocking.
Hey, I hear you. I know you're in there.
Go away, I'm busy.
What are you talking about? We're never busy.
Probably my favorite line out of the episode. Like, what are you talking about? We're never busy. We're kids. I've been bored out of my mind. Anyways, he lets him in, immediately sees the body, explains that, his family's being held hostage and he has to help him, which Smee does.
Clear.
Meanwhile, Kirch and Boy are all back from their trip and they are securing the lab.
Make sure there are no more accidents.
This wasn't an accident. Isaac's death.
You just said...
You need to watch the tape.
So now we pretty much understand why Kirsch was being secretive about Isaac going into the lab in the last episode. He basically wanted to observe. At the end of the day, those kids are still experiments. They're still caged animals waiting to be experimented on. So now he's showing through the CCTV that the T Oculus is actually responsible for Isaac's death.
The calculation. Knowing the consequences of his actions.
Of course, for a normal person, this would mean, hey, we are in the presence of a highly intelligent being that might be the end of us. But no, for Boy, it's like, oh my God, this thing is super cool. We should move it. Let's switch it into a human body. Should it be a scientist? Oh no, it should be a mold scrubber to see the difference in IQ. It's wild. I love how Kirsch seems to be, calculated and very emotionless and willing to put everyone in danger just to observe and study. But at the same time, we see Boy is like the leader of this. Like Boy is the number one. I don't care about consequences. I am so curious that I'm not stopping to think if I should, because I already know that the answer is I can.
What's going on?
Wendy barges in and they have to explain, hey, Isaac is dead. It was an accident and blah, blah, blah. Oh, please don't tell the others because, you don't want them to panic. You don't want them to go in a frenzy. First of all, I know it's kind of a thing going on. The fact that they're giving Wendy so much leeway and so much freedom to just move around and do whatever she wants, to the point where other characters like Curly can become like jealous. Well, more than just that, but still. But at this point, I'm getting frustrated about all the freedom that she's getting because you guys are not safe. You get like letting her do this thing is like she's gonna discover the truth and she's a kid, so you don't know how it's gonna affect her. And to be fair, like the episode speaks for itself. Things are getting serious. She tries to leave and the two guards get in her way and she goes grug, grug. And the xenomorph is like, hey, I said let her go. It's so cool. She's like, hey, dog, I'm not here to play. I'm not asking anymore. Look at Boy's face. Look at he's like, what? Like, yeah, she controls him. She controls it.
You can't just erase things.
Oh, shit. Where are the others? We've got to get to them before her?
One of the rare times that we actually see Boy panic, that tells you the level of how messed up things are right now.
Nibs, what did you say to her? They erased her memories.
No, I've got all my mind. What's in me?
Nah, girl. Nah, you don't.
Nobody's messing with my insides.
So yeah, Nibs's mind is broken once again. And Curly, the teacher's pet, is like, oh, they tried to fix her. You ruined it. I just know we're going to have like probably some hand-to-hand combat between Wendy and Curly at some point. They might even boost Curly to be able to fight Wendy in the future. Speculation.
Really promise you won't tell on us. Promise me, Curly.
She gonna snitch.
What are you doing?
So Wendy does a little bit of her iPad kid magic and frees the xenomorph. That employee knew she was cooked. They grow up so fast. Those are its first kills and probably not their last.
The man from the ship. He's been talking to me.
I know that. The quickest way to the beach is to take the secure elevator. You're gonna be late.
Timothy Oliphant is like a zoo. Like I see him as a Zoolander character in this show. He's so like, I know he's trying to be like calculated and very cold, like, he's a synth and all that, but he's like so sassy in my eyes because he's fed up with everything. He's observing everyone. You can tell he feels like he's above everyone. I love him. I love it. I'm not complaining, but but I laugh every time he's on screen because I just imagine him being like super sassy. Anyways, he reveals to Smee and Slightly that he knows the plan and that he's actually helping them bring the body because they're carrying the body of Arthur. They're carrying him outside, so helps them escape. So to this point, we're really like, what is Kirsch's plan? What is Kirsch's plan? We've been wondering how far he's going to let it happen, but now he's directly involved in helping them. So at this point, we're wondering, is the whole goal to bring down Boy Cavalier and everything, or is he doing some like 3D chess move that we don't understand yet?
B7.
I know that Chibi on Twitter was saying that Smee is like a favorite and how he's like so innocent and cute and all that. And I agree, like Smee has been chilling and has kind of been the only one to not really grow up, to not really go through like awful situations or conundrums like the others, which makes me very, very scared for the future because I'm like, can we preserve one of those kids? Can we make sure that one of them makes it out fine? And I guess Curly didn't go directly through anything specifically traumatic, or we haven't seen that. But the rage that they've been growing in her for Wendy, like the envy, the jealousy, that's growing up. That's some grown up stuff.
That's my name, Rose Ellis. What I was called before.
That is some pretty heavy stuff right there. They stumble upon their own gravestones, their burial sites, basically from their children's bodies. The brother's taking them to escape and he sees Marcy's, aka Wendy's, gravestone too. So it's kind of like a reminder that, hey, what you're escaping with is not necessarily your sister. Your sister died, and the proof is that she's buried right there in front of you. Wendy tells Nibs that that's not really them because they're already here. They're still here.
I don't think I am anymore.
And this is so good. This is like very, very simple dialogue because, we have two kids and a very confused brother here. You don't need any complex dialogue to go into the depths of the scene and how, like, where everyone is mentally. Wendy is really like almost completely disconnected from her human form, from her emotions. She's been expressing that for the past couple episodes anyways. So seeing her own graveyard doesn't even faze her because in her head, that's not her in the graveyard. She is someone else. While Nibs feels more like she's, the person buried there versus the person that she currently is. And the brother, well, yeah, he's suffering, but he has to come to terms with it and basically try to preserve that little smidgen of his sister that he has, well, right there. To be fair, he's too far along to not continue his mission to try to leave with his sister. Hey, you recognize the guns? You recognize the guns? The specific guns that they have? I love this show, man. I really love this show. So Smee and Slightly dropped the body while they were transporting it outside just to, hide while those security guards pass. And then the body freaking disappears. Like they drop it 2 seconds, hide, the security guards pass, and then look, and then it's not there anymore. I love when the show makes like weird horror things like that, where you're like, oh my.
Wait, where did we put it?
The slapstick comedy, but also, this is terrifying. You would be reacting exactly like that.
What is that? Where are we? There's a problem.
I love the silliness because it's like they're not necessarily being like, oh, this is comedy, they're not playing the comic music or whatever. This is still a very, very terrifying situation, but they're playing it from their point of view. You're seeing it from the point of view of Slightly and Smee going through this very serious situation, but also two silly children trying to navigate through this serious situation. And I just love it. I just love it because objectively, this is kind of funny that the guy they were just transporting just woke up and it was like, what happened? Like, what? And then through their point of view, this is like the single most terrifying thing and also weird turn of their plan of something simple, bring him to the beach while he has the facehugger on. No more facehugger, and now he's conscious? And they have to lie to him to bring him to the beach?
Children have to learn how to lie. And you two are still learning.
So they were like, oh, we're taking you to the wife. She's waiting for you at the beach. And, you know, they're kids, especially slightly super suspicious, but also so scared out of their minds that he sees through it immediately. And he's like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but let's go back and let's figure it out, you know?
Whoa. What's happening? What's wrong? Arthur!
You know what's happening. Dude had a facehugger on for like a couple days.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Did you see this? Did you see this? Well, first of all, me, I'm sorry you had to witness this. Everyone's going turn by turn, experiencing their own traumatic event. But that was practical. That was practical. The chest burster was practical. Like that wasn't CGI. Maybe when it ran off at the end, but like the initial thing, they did like they must have done it for real. I might be wrong, but it has to be practical. Bring back practical effects. But also, yes, it reminds us a lot of the first Alien movie.
You said that he was gonna be okay. Look, I only said I was gonna help you because you said that he was gonna be okay.
This is heartbreaking, man. This is heartbreaking. Oh, but also keep that in mind. Slightly has been groomed for like weeks at this point. So he's like kind of grown insensitive. Like the whole growing up thing that, you know, children from the whole Peter Pan thing are not supposed to do. He's been going through it for like a couple of days. It's me, couple hours only that he just discovered the whole thing, told him, oh, Arthur's gonna be fine. And then now this is like possibly like the single most traumatic thing that he's ever witnessed, especially someone he loves, because Arthur was nice to them. Just died in front of him in the most horrific way possible, which is why you see the difference in reaction that they have. You know, slightly is like, where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, still focused on the mission, right? He has some stake in it, I know. And then Smee is just like, you told me he was gonna be okay. That's the only reason why I helped. Oh, my heart. At first, I thought Morov would not be there. I thought like no one would be waiting for them. And it was just a plan to basically get, you know, the chest burster outside so that they can release a xenomorph in the wild and observe and maybe destroy the facility. But no, they pulled up. There's a whole squad of them who actually pulled up to try to get the specimen, which I guess technically he did promise to Yutani that he would bring one.
We should switch it into a person. You know, someone who talks and uses a toilet. One of the scientists, maybe? No, a mold scrubber. You know, someone with a low IQ so that we can see the difference.
I think the show does a good job without telling us that that makes us really, really want the Teoculus, the eyeball squid thing, to get to Boy. Like it since day one, ever since we saw it, and we saw it interact with Boy, we're like, yeah, dude, you're going to get humbled and it's going to be the most painful, the most horrible way possible. And yeah, that Teoculus that you're like, oh my God, it's intelligent. I want to speak to it. And it's going to speak to you, all right. But the call is going to be coming from inside the house. Literally.
You should go before it's too late. Leave.
Marty, no.
Now.
Fuck is that? Fuck is that?
Okay. Military guy, big guns, jungle, looks up, things drops on them. Very Predator-ish. Right? Am I looking too deep into this? Is this just like, okay, it's the wild animal that jumps on? This is very Predator stuff. I love that. Also, yes, Marcy or Wendy can just order it with the weird noises. Just be like, hey, show up. Clear a path for me. Keep in mind, again, I want you to keep in mind that Wendy is a synth. A hybrid, as they call it. It's a synth body with the real mind of a child. So she is not programmed. She is, for all intents and purposes, a human mind inside of this synth body. We've seen her do the hacking stuff, you know, the iPad kid stuff, but we haven't seen like their capabilities when it comes to like full power and like mechanical power, you know, brute force. We will though a little bit. We're gonna get a glimpse of that. Again with the practical stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think this show is a 10 out of 10, but like it's doing a lot that I'm like, you know what we want to see. We wanted to see this. Thank you. That's got to mean good boy or something. So Morov's crew basically gets ambushed trying to enter the facility. And I love that even though he sees a bunch of military guys running with guns, he just pulls out his pistol, puts it on Slightly's head, as if to say, hey, I don't care if they kill me, but I'm not going out alone. I got so confused there because I thought Kirsch was bringing this to show it to him, as in like to give it to him. It was like, oh, is that what you were looking for? Look at that. What was the point? But no, actually, he is not giving it to him. He just wanted to lure him in order to be able to capture him. So that was Kirsch's plan, at least to the extent that we know of. The whole thing was with letting everything happen was to bring him to the island so he would capture him. That's it.
You two are grounded.
Come on, tell me you see it. Tell me. It's like a sassy auntie or you two are grounded. Okay, Aunt Lydia. I love it. I again, not complaining. He should have been in like drag makeup the whole time. That would have been great.
Put your guns down. Hermit, what did I tell you?
So the brother's crew, you remember his Marine pals? Well, I don't know if they're Marines, but anyways, there's the security guys. Turns out we're waiting for him on the boat, and now big standoff with humans that are not disposable. I mean, yes, they are, but like the brother doesn't want to kill them because that's his friends for a long time. But he's with Wendy and Nibs, and you know, Wendy has a dog, and Nibs got that dog in her.
Mr. Strawberry says, fuck off.
Okay, now watch your mouth.
Off the boat. Now.
I see you.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. So shit hits the fan. Nibs is like destroying people with her bare arms, and Wendy starts calling for that dog. And so the brother's like, please, no, like, no, don't do that again. So Nibs was about to basically rip the head off of his security friend, the friend of the brother. So yeah, he took one of those like electricity guns, blast her with it. And it seems like it killed her. That's wild. I am pretty sure it's supposed to like incapacitate. Well, it's supposed to incapacitate a xenomorph, but it seems like it really messed Nibs up. So we don't, I don't think she survived, but I don't know. It really looked final to me.
What did you do? What did you do?
Absolute cinema. So it doesn't go further than that. Wendy sees Nibs die and just goes, what did you do to the brother? But, you know, this is like significant because the only thing tethering her to humanity is the brother. And now that she basically observed, you know, blatant betrayal from the brother, this was the last bridge connecting her to humanity that burnt. Also, since Nibs was like crushing people and pulling stuff out of people, we have kind of an idea of just how overpowered they are. And she's not no Wendy. So yeah, like a grieving Wendy on the loose, disconnected from humanity with a pet xenomorph who can hack through stuff might be a problem. It's gonna be a serious problem. And we're all for it. We're rooting for her. She's the main character. God, this show is amazing. Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. Subscribe.